the first official work day of the week, and today is another Monday. It is the ultimate Monday, I call it, because it is the last Monday in the month of October 2021. Thank you very much for joining us this morning on the platform, the pinnacle of all discussions, right here on Flow 94.9 FM. This is the Flow of God's own state. We look at those issues for you on the morning spies. We deal with them and also get panelists to analyze those issues for you. This morning we're talking politics, so welcome on board and fasten your seatbelt for a wonderful journey. My name is Michael Oni. Now, what is my topic this morning? We're looking at the All Progressives Congress in Abia State and the burden of opposition in the state. If you talk about opposition, a society is organized in a way that every member of the society must abide by the ethos, the rules and regulations put in place to ensure peace and order in the society. And in the society, it is not possible for everybody to have his way at all times. No, as his views must be balanced with the position of other members of the society. Well, the need to now regulate the relationship of an individual member of the society with that of others give credence to existence of government. The need to orderly seek the balance calls for political organization. Of course, as you know, the most satisfactory way of organizing the society in a democratic setup is the formula of majority rule, and this acknowledges the pristine position of every individual having a role to play in the society. All constituent members of the community are necessarily given the opportunity to have their say, while the majorities equally have their way. But what kind of say does the APC has as a political party in Abia State? Well, this morning, the program intends to address the role expected of APC as a political party, looking at the crisis. What is the latest? Of course, you heard the intrigues the last time we discussed about APC party politics right here in the studios of Flow 94.9 FM on the platform, the pinnacle of all discussions. Making a return to the studio is the publicity secretary of the party of the All Progressives Congress, Comrade Oke Ezeala. Good morning to you, and thank you very much for joining us on the platform on Flow FM.
Good morning, Abians. Good morning, Nigerians, and thank you, Michael.
Good to have you join us. One will be asking, looking at my intro this morning, where exactly is the party, the All Progressives Congress in Abia State?
Well, thank you. The All Progressives Congress, Abia State chapter, is at the stage of reformation, reorganization, and getting ready to take over the helms of affairs of this God's own state come 2023. And we have just begun very strong and instructive measures so far, beginning with the congresses and other reformatory actions of the party so far. And we'll give God all the glory that it has always been successful, even up to the last one.
You call it a stage of reformation. To be specific, what is the current state of things in your party after that Congress?
Well, the NWC of the party has just received the report of the Congress committee sent from Abuja by the NEC. Of course, you know virtually all the functions of the NWC is a delegated function because the principal executive body of the All Progressives Congress, just like every other party, resides with the NEC, the National Executive Committee, and then they delegate such powers to the NWC. And that is what has happened over time across the 36 states and also Abia, where the World Congresses have held and the leaders emerge at that stage. The local government congresses also held. Leaders emerge at the local government stage of the party organ. And then just recently, precisely on the 16th of October, this year, a few weeks ago, and leaders also emerged via state congress conducted by the same NWC sent committee from Abuja. And to the glory of God, it was very successful. And let me reiterate here that, well, we've had skirmishes of issues and pockets of disagreement, which is allowed. It's normal in a political party. And I don't want people to be so dismayed that they think that the party perhaps we will lose concentration. That would not happen by the grace of Almighty God. And the party has become more formidable now. As a matter of fact, the Mazenyin Nahabo-led State Working Committee is more interested in galvanizing the party membership, especially at the grassroots, to ensure that people come out en masse to support this movement for a change in Abia, and that we have begun to do. So thank you very much. So the stage we are now is the stage of moving forward, and because especially the issues that, of course, that had arisen, have been settled by two strong mechanisms we have adopted, which is one appeal committee for the Congress, for the state Congress, have been set up.
Before we get to the stage of appeal set up, and of course, let's look at if the national body has been in touch with the state executives, the newly constituted executive, because as it stands now, journalists are confused. Looking at the last discussion we had, we do not even have the latest if those issues have been resolved. And also, we listened to Senator John Akpanu-Addo Edehe, of course, the secretary of the committee right there in Abuja. And he said there were no parallel congresses organized across board during the state convention that took place.
Yes. To further stretch it, that very statement, I will also add that there was no parallel congress that happened in Abia State in particular, even. So the national secretary of the party simply re-echoed what I said here after the Congress of 16th October, when one fellow came here, one Acho Obioma, to purport that there was...
He's a member of your party.
Of course, that is why I called him a fellow. Okay, so the purport that there was a parallel Congress, there was none. And to the glory of God, the party leader, the national, one of the leaders, the national secretary, has come out to say, the position of a national secretary is not an all-comer affair. Okay, it is a very strong and sensitive position within the National Working Committee, and he has come out to say in strong terms that no parallel party congress held anywhere across the 36 states of the federation. So, but again, I think let me also be charitable enough to recognize that Acho Obioma and his team has so far calmed down, because I don't see them parading themselves
what do you
anymore.
mean by calm down?
Yeah, because they have come to terms that they had missed it. They had come to terms that there was no parallel congress in Nigeria.
Are you saying
and they are not? I don't think in good conscience they can parade themselves anymore.
It's funny because are you saying the activities that took place at the Umuahia Township Stadium that same day that the other one was taking place along Oguchara axis was an exercise in futility?
No, it was actually a charade. Even Honorable Acho Obioma knows and agrees with me that it's a charade, because if you notice, like even our listeners, when they go back in your live stream on the records of the last broadcast here, if you go back and play it back, you will see that Honorable Acho Obioma, was reluctant in identifying himself as the chairman of APC in Abia State. Now go back, and I stand to be corrected. Go through that very record. You are in live stream. Go back to that record. It took him at the end of the program to now purport in low tone that he was made chairman. He never, from beginning, he kept telling you that Donatus Wampa is the chairman of Abia State. He kept mentioning Donatus Wampa is the chairman of Abia APC. So that alone tells you his state of mind. Okay, because you see, when you're original, it gives you courage. When you know what you are doing, you stand firm doing it. But to the glory of God, all those had whittled down already, because I don't see them parading themselves anymore.
There is nothing like a
no. It has died off. Okay. Perhaps they were under pressure by unseen forces to come and cause a problem in APC. But I thank God he's mature enough to have calmed down, because I have not seen him rattle anywhere. I don't hear such noise again. I don't think there's anybody.
Has the national body been in touch with Enyinanya-led committee in Abia State? Enyinanya-Habo-led committee in Abia State. When was that?
Yes.
And the list, has it been accepted? Because we're yet to even see any list published by the national body.
Okay, yes. For the benefit of those who have not been able to reach, besides the conventional, media space, let me say it here. that the results of the just concluded State Congress of APC has been submitted to the National Secretariat of APC in Abuja, and not less an office than the office of the National Secretary. And it was received by the director organization, and the results are there. Okay? Now, hear this. There is no parallel Congress results submitted to Abuja by anybody. I want to say it in parentheses. There is no parallel State Congress result submitted to APC headquarters in Abuja, other than that produced Mazen Nahabo as the state chairman and produced my humble self as the state publicity secretary. So that should be noted. And of course, Abuja is there. Is a public office. Anybody can go and verify. But they, like I said before, you see, these people they have calmed down. They have come to realize that APC do not need all these distractions. And I appreciate God for that good conscience. And they are not making noise anymore. I don't see any of them. So Abians should not worry. The party is back intact. Okay. If APC is not the party to watch out for, I don't think all this will be coming in. So it was welcome and well managed. And I must give kudos to High Chief Ikeche. You know this. That gentleman, that lover of peace and progress for Abia, kept quiet. You never saw him making noise. Even when they purported one unlawful, illegal, and non-existing suspension, even when the national announced that nobody was suspended in Abia, you didn't hear His Excellency High Chief Ikeche make noise about it. He kept quiet because this is a man that believes in God. He believes in destiny, and that is why but he believes in faith with work, and that is why he has been working. Some people wanted him to get tired since the last experience 2011, 23, 2003, and then 2019. But he believes in faith with work, while others believe in faith without work. Thank you.
If you just joined us, it is the platform, the pinnacle of all discussions, right here on Flow 94.9 FM, Monday edition, the first edition for the week. And we're looking at the All Progressives Congress and the burden of opposition in the state. We're still looking at the intrigues that surrounded the party's state convention that took place. And of course, we've been speaking with Comrade Ziala, the publicity secretary of APC in Abia State. And he's telling us right now, more like a breaking news to me, that there are no issues. The other side, they've settled down, accepted that Eyinaya Habos led committee is the only committee recognized by the national body of the party. So just to bring you up to speed in case you just joined us, it is Flow 94.9 FM, the flow of God's own state. Now the big question now after this is reconciliation. There were issues, there were division known to journalists, very obvious, although leaders of your party will come out and say we do not have divisions. But looking at this scoreboard, we've been able to highlight some notable members of your party, elected members from the National Assembly down to the state level, the visions. It was obvious even during the state congress that took place at both sides. Is there any chance of reconciliation? So have you reached out to those, or those at the other side, talking about the reconciliation committee set up by the national headquarters?
Yes, like I said, the appeal panel, you see, APC is a party that is wrong on constitutionality. First, the constitution of the party, and then secondly, the constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, which is the ground norm. The party has set up an appeal panel. I think those appeal panels are expected across the 36 states of the Federation from Tuesday. That's from tomorrow.
That's from tomorrow.
Hopefully. If they don't come tomorrow, Wednesday, but I know it has to be this week. Okay. I remember the sit-at-home issue we have here. Perhaps that's why they are not even here today. So as soon as the appeal panel come and conclude their report, if there are other issues that borders on animosity, inherent, issues, that of course those things that come along with a political party organization, then the party will now set up a reconciliatory committee. But you see, that will be contingent on the report of the appeal panel. Because you will agree with me that if the appeal panel comes and there is no appeal whatsoever that emanates from any quarter, then ask me the reason for setting up a reconciliatory committee. So if there is no appeal, if everybody is cool with the NWC Congress committee and no appeal, remember there was no appeal, no one single appeal arose during the World Congress appeal, no one single appeal arose during the local government Congress appeal. They were all accepted, and I tell you, they will also accept this 16th October State Congress.
Okay.
Because for now, nobody has come up with any genuine reason or any condemnation whatsoever against the 16th October Congress that helped that produce Mazen in Nawan.
I would like to throw the lines open early today before we move on to the second phase of the program this morning. But just before I open the lines, the question on the lips of so many Abians and keen followers of event is,
Yes.
what does High Chief Ikechi Emenike want?
Oh, well, I don't forget I am the State Publicity Secretary of the party. I am not a personal staff of High Chief Ikechi Emenike, but I can tell you from his body language,
member of your party in Abia State.
I can tell you from his body language that man means peace. That man is an epitome of maturity. Do you know? Now, hear this. I have not said this before. All of us were deceived before now, including my very self. We were deceived into believing that High Chief Ikechi Emenike was actually the problem of the party.
If there is
some of us even want to hear this.
If there is a deceit, then it should be coming from somewhere. Who deceived you?
Okay, by these same people who had been causing trouble in the party in 2015, they were making us think. Because some of us were not close to the leadership at that moment. They were making us think that High Chief Ikechi Emenike needed to be taken away by all means before they can win election. But hear this. High Chief Ikechi Emenike did not contest 2015 election, did not buy form, did not form any faction, worked with the party. But did any of them win any position 2015? The answer is no. It was when High Chief saw that these things were getting out of hand, and if nothing was done, that this party was heading to the bricks. That was when he now said, no, 2019 shouldn't be business as usual. Let's see if there can be changes in the party to usher in genuine APC members who are ready to run for election to the glory of God. It was only when he took that action 2019 that the party was able to have House of Reps members, party was able to have a senator, the party was able to have House of Assembly members. So when the national now saw that this same man who you have rejected so far is actually the cornerstone of this party in the state, that is why they now saw reasons to now bring on board people who mean well for the party to conduct a popularly accepted congress for the party across the three-layer organs of the party. And that is why you see us now gearing up for a victory come 2023. If only they knew, if only the NWC knew that these people were simply the hands of Esau and the voice of Jacob since 2015, perhaps they would have allowed High Chief Emenike from 2015 to give us the desired victory. Okay, but it is good we tested them. It is good that we allowed 2015 and 2019 so that Abuja, the national, the NWC, and indeed Abians, we know that these people have nothing to offer them. Okay. We know that these people cannot win election in Abia State.
Just a moment. I have to open the lines early today to allow the listener to also partake in this discussion. Interesting conversation we've been having on the platform this morning with Comrade Oke Ezeala, looking at the APC as a party, All Progressives Congress, and the burden of opposition in Abia State. 0808 182 6949. 0811-605-2949. You can also drop messages on 0906-510-8289. We're live on Facebook, and it is facebook.com/flow949fm. And just to let you know that your program, the platform, has backed an award, a continental award, an African award anyway. So I will let you know about that later on. So celebration is still in the mood. So let's get reactions on the phone line. So hello, good morning to you.
Good morning.
Good morning, you're welcome.
Thank you. Good morning, Mr.
Comrade, okay.
Yeah, good morning, my brother.
Thank you. My name is
All right.
Then please, I want to ask you some questions as regards to your party policy and also arrangement as regards to some certain allegations brought against this party in the state. Number one is, who was your party state chairman before the election in the state? That's my number one question. Number two question is, as the publicity secretary, you should know more about your party stand as regards to this allegation leveled against your party. As regards Ruga, plan of PCC enacted to establish Ruga. What are people's position as regards to it? Number two. Number three is not
you have the right to just two questions, please, because of others. Thank you very much for your question. If you can respond to that.
What's this question? Okay.
The question of Ruga, that your party.
Okay. That no. The Ruga, as far as you and I and every other Abians are concerned, is a rumor. It is a rumor, a very scandalous one indeed. Because no party has talked about Ruga. Ruga has never been an agenda or a cardinal objective of any political party in Nigeria. Now, please, let's get this right. People should stop blackmailing others in the name of politics. Okay? If somebody moves a motion in the National Assembly or anywhere in a bus stop, in a moving train, talking about what he wants in the country, why should you use that to rubbish the goodwill and the good intention of a political party? What has that to do with APC?
Then the first question, so that we can get more reactions on the phone line. So he's asking who was the chairman before the emergence of Enginaya Habo.
No, there was a caretaker chairman of the party before the Congress, and that caretaker chairman was Mazi Enginaya Habo. He was the caretaker chairman. And if you allow me, I will tell you how he became the caretaker chairman.
Let's get more reactions.
All right, thank you. Because I just need to be educated.
Hello, good morning to you. Welcome to the platform.
Can you hear me back?
Yes, go on, please.
Thank you. My name is Comrade Emmanuel Okawoko. I'm calling from Abia.
All right, Comrade.
Michael, let me tell you something. I am not happy. The reason is that our party called All Progressive Congress. I am one of the people who is fan of this party from ACN to the APC. So if I see some people making mockery or trying to climb this party down, it gets me angry, because we know what we suffer in this party from 2013, 2014 to 2015. We are calling Boko Haram in the Abia here in the southeast. We know what we struggle to make sure that this party will stand as a party in this state. If I watch what is happening to me and what is happening to other people in this party, it's a shame to some people who have come to the step as a political gambler.
So what's your question, comrade from Abba?
My question is this: the comrade there, who is the publicity secretary of the party, I don't know if the publicity secretary of the party, you should tell us how the national, like you asked him there, let us all of the template. Because I was opportune to see the list of 20-something states where the Congress was free and fair. Abia is not there. Abia is one of the people that nationals say that they have a Congress. So why somebody coming on air say they have started to ratify the problem? This is ratify the problem.
All right, comrade. He's going to respond to that.
To come out and tell us.
Definitely, he's going to respond to that. Yes, good morning to you. I want to take two more calls, then we go back to the conversation this morning on the platform on Flow FM. Let's get more reactions also on our Facebook page, facebook.com/Flow949FM. Hello, good morning to you.
Good morning, Michael.
You're welcome.
Good morning, Comrade Okezala.
Oh, good morning, my brother. Thank
you. I'm Hussein Manode. I'm calling from Mumbai.
All right.
Please, I want to congratulate Dikin Habo for emerging as the APC chairman in Abia State here. Then secondly, I know that there are good people, individual people in APC that have not been helping us in the Southeast. APC as a party has not done enough to this country. which even the comrade there knows this thing I'm talking about. Nigeria know what we used to experience before they came into power. And secondly, or thirdly, the issue of Nnamdi Kanu, why is it that the APC chieftains in this country and the Southeast has not done anything? We have the likes of the ones representing us here, APC in Abia North, First State, Federal Constituency. Most of them, even in other states, why are they? Why as a governors in APC? They are very, very close to Mr. President. They could have negotiated in the case of Nnamdi Kanu up till now.
All right, quickly wrap up our thoughts. Let's get more reactions.
That the party has inflicted on us. I believe that that's one reason why it's not going to work in Abia State.
All right, thank you for sharing your thoughts with us. Hello, good morning to you.
Hello, good morning.
You're welcome.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning, my brother.
I want to also say congratulations to Ina Habo and Atul Bioma also. Both of them, congratulations. I am Mr. Jesus Ikede. I'm calling you from Omaya. See, my gentleman in the studio. All these things that you have been saying, that there is this, that you have not been hearing anything about the other side. Who told you that? Why are you giving a false information? I regard to our great party. See, let me tell you, there is no this. We are still making headway to discuss because Atul Bioma is the authentic chairman of Abia APC. Let me tell you that whatever you are saying there, keep saying it everywhere. We know what you are looking for, and we know what you are pushing for. And at the appropriate time, everybody will know the truth. In fact, what is your interest about power? Why can't you relax? And then you know, why can't you people relax so that APC will move forward?
All right.
In this case.
All right, thank you for sharing your thoughts with us. Just try and move away from your radio set next time when you are making your contribution. Thank you also for sharing your thoughts with us. Now, respond to some of those issues raised by our listener on the phone lines. The issue of the leader of the proscribed indigenous people of Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu, down to the issue of the state of things in the country. What is your party doing about it? Then the issue of your chairman.
Well, on the issue of the proscribed IPOB, the Southeast political elites have met severally on that issue. You see, no matter how you hate your father, no matter how irresponsible you think your father is, he still remains your father. You cannot father him. And that is why no matter what happens, no matter how bad we feel politicians have fared so far, at the national scene, now hear this, even at the international scene, you are not seen. Nobody knows you. They still know and recognize the same people you talk ill of, the same people you think you shouldn't be loyal to. So that is why the political elites and the political class of the Southeast still have that onerous responsibility to engage all the parties, the people involved in this, and see to the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, not me and you on the street, because the highest we can do is to go violent, and when we do, we suffer it more. When shops are shut down, does it affect the governor, Ikbazu? Does it affect Buhari? You think you're sitting at home for 1 month affects who? Hear this, it affects you and I alone. And for those who think they can, maybe you threaten the election, they will declare a state of emergency and govern the territory. Until you get to that class of reasoning, you understand that there is no amount of frustration that will make you commit suicide, and you will solve the problem. So my advice is that we shouldn't be committing suicide in a state of frustration, because that is exactly what some people who actually should be learning, who actually should be listening to know the right approach, are unfortunately the ones leading the path for us. So what we are saying, we are all Biafrans, even at heart, even indeed, we love our nation, the Biafra land. But you see, we cannot commit suicide asking for Biafra, because if we all kill ourselves, Where is the Biafran territory? And where are the Biafrans? Before I end that topic, I want them to be mindful of this. The United Nations and all the world powers have a lot of issues in their hand. The Rohingya crisis, the Sudan, the Somalia, the Afghanistan, the Iran, and so many other nations. UN has never solved their problems. You saw what happened in Afghanistan recently? They had to even leave Afghan for the Afghan people. So that tells you when you push the world to the wall, they will leave Nigeria for Nigerian people. So you see, at the end of the day, the whole solution lies in our hands. So we shouldn't be committing suicide at the state of frustration.
Okay,
so that is
it.
So there is a political solution coming up, which will see to the release of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. He is our brother. We love him so much, but hear this: we cannot kill ourselves trying to save ourselves. Does it make sense?
All right. To other issues concerning your party, looking at the emergence of Mazi Habo, we've seen that.
Yes, on the issue of Mazi Habo, it is a settled matter. I don't know why the caller wants to drag us backwards.
It seems some callers, as members of your party that called, are still comfortable with the emergence of...
No. The majority of them that called congratulated me. If you listen to all those calls, even the last caller, in fact, let me now make it, maybe you didn't hear him. He congratulated us and then congratulated also Chomen. You get it? And then on the second thought, he now said that why did I say that those people are calm? Of course they will be calm because they know that you can't put something on nothing and expect it to stand. So the national, then there's a point they need to understand. You cannot sit in the comfort of your home and choose for APC who their leaders are. People must understand that. There is a Supreme Court ruling, there is an appeal court ruling, even the trial court, the high courts, they have ruled so far that is a political party that chooses their structure at the various states, not you in your house.
Ezeala, I have a very direct question for you now. Why is the ruling party, PDP, comfortable with Mazi Habo?
Oh, no.
Some of them have called on my programs right here, the State of the Nation, including this program, to congratulate emergence of Mazi Habo, and it looks like they are more comfortable with your led executive, the Habo led executive of APC, than maybe the other side, when the other side was also were also pushing.
Let me ask you: is there a possibility of a loser of this Congress in APC posing as a PDP member to come to make jest of the results? Is there a possibility? This is radio. There is no visual to verify who is calling, the identity of the callers. So when somebody calls you and says he's a PDP member and he is happy that Habo has emerged, and then you want to fall for that play, for that trap, come on, we have grown beyond that. If we think that way, we wouldn't have also succeeded. Are you saying
some of them might not be PDP members?
Of course, these are political matters. And people can be planted to call into the program and claim that they are PDP to create a wrong impression. But you see, we have grown past that stage. And I can tell you for free that we will topple all of them. If this to be a match, if it is if it's to be a football, Abians should watch out. We will top all of them.
So what are your terms for the united APC in Abia State? Before we move to the burden of opposition, how you played the role of opposition in the state?
Well, you see, a wise man selects his battle. Okay? And we have chosen to be wise as a party. Let us finish with the internal issues that has to do with congresses. Let us put our house in order, and then we come to the second phase of the business. Okay?
So you are admitting that there are internal issues.
Of course, hosting a congress is an issue on its own. Of course, there are issues of Congress, appeal. I just told you that the appeal panel will be coming in this week. So let's be done with it. Once we are done, if need be, set up a reconciliatory committee, and we are done with holding the party together, and there is no dissent at any level. Then we can now turn around and then bid a farewell to these people who are already packing their loads to leave government house, because they know that the big masquerade. There is a new sheriff in town. I can tell you that for free.
I will get to that point. We will get to that point. I know the politicking for 2023 has started. Yes. But sources have telling us right here in our newsroom that some members of your party, APC, on the other side, have been visiting. Visiting Chief Ikechi Emenike and also visiting Mazi Enyinaya Habo. Can you confirm this, or possibly give us some names?
Yes, when I said that the other camp, those dissent voices are whittling down, well, the caller, because I presume he is not well informed about what is going on, so they are thinking that there is more acrimony. No, it has whittled down, and that is taken on the premise of the events in the last few days. Even those, like currently, we have the immediate past secretary of the other faction joining us. We have Chief Abia from Umunochi local government. Kada, you asked me to mention
exactly.
He has joined us. He has joined us, and he has promised to be a good party man. And we are working with him already. But one good thing about Chief Obiaham is that he has chosen to toe the party line. He didn't come to distort the party or cry that, oh, I was this position in the other. Now that I'm lawyer, can you people give me a position? He didn't do that. And the party is willingly respecting him and courting him. And then we also have here the big one. We have the immediate past publicity secretary of that camp, Wampa camp, Honorable Chief Benedict Godson. Okay, so who I defeated in the Congress. He has also come and
really,
of course, he's with us currently.
He's my friend.
Yes. So I didn't want to go into all details, but for the benefit of those who don't know what is going on, so that they too should hurry up, join the party, and then tell the party let's move on. I can keep calling so many names. From the other camp, I think Ajo Bioma is the only one left behind now.
You think? Okay.
Yes.
Hopefully, we're going to have him in subsequent edition of this program to also share his thoughts on this latest development revealed by Comrade Okeziala this morning on the program. Hello, good morning to you.
Good morning, Michael.
You're welcome.
My name is Ugo Onyechin Kemaklame from outside the Christian Kingdom.
All right.
Good morning, Okeziala.
Good morning, Ugo Emezu.
Yes. Let me say it. I'm a PDP member, and I'm happy that Enyinaya Habo has emerged. Why I want to say it, because it caught my attention. First, Enyinaya Habo, most people don't know that Enyinaya Habo has been a seasoned politician. I must say that he's a man of character. He was my senior in the university, and I know him too well. And I know the politics we are playing in Abia State is not politics of bitterness. And if APC will have a chairman who is sound, who is cute, who knows God anyway, and who will play the game the way it is, that is the kind of thing. Not people who will come and see this as a do or die affair. And I must commend Okeziala. The way he is also talking, he's not talking like those other APs, the other faction where they are no longer a faction. They sound so aggrieved. When they come on air, you see that venom. This is not what we need in this state. Look, what we want in Abia State is a credible opposition that is manned by credible people, so that at the end of the day, we have a credible election and we have a credible victory on our part. That is the truth. So all right. I am happy that Enyinaya Habo is there. And I want to commend High Chief Emenike for holding forth and ensuring that those other people are not causing disaffection. For us as a party, as PDP, that is me who could claim as a member. Okay, I am happy that
just before you go, I mean, this confirms my question to Comrade Eziala this morning. What is your interest? I mean, what is the interest of PDP members? You're not the first person calling on this program to congratulate Enyinaya Habo-led executive.
Look, I've given you an insight, Mike.
Okay.
Credibility. Enyinaya Habo has credibility. You can't take it away from him. He's not a run-of-the-mill kind of person. And when he speaks, look at his speech. I'm not talking to you because look, we don't want people who will come here and cause conflict. Look, our state must be safe. In as much as we are playing politics, we must have people who have the language. It's just like somebody that called from Abia and was trying to insult the person in the studio. That's not the kind of thing we want. We want people who will talk, and at the end of the day, Abia will be greater for it. I am talking as Ugochukwu and it's a PDP member, not confirming that it is the whole of the PDP. No, I'm talking as a member of PDP. I am happy as a person that if we begin to have such credible people who will come to talk and who will come to a place and speak with honor and conduct, then we are moving and not
right.
those other people. They are so much aggrieved, and that is why. Let me also say before I leave, the last time Ike challenged us in PDP, he challenged Ochendo and he took us to the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court ruled then in the PDP that it is the national that determines what happened at these local state congresses. Today, Ike is wiser, and that is why, of course, they are now telling you that the national of APC has determined. So whatever comes up, let me give you the final one. We go beat them silly. Honestly.
Thank you for sharing your thoughts with us. I know you're going to respond to that later on the program this morning. Hello, good morning to you. Welcome to the platform. Hello, you're live on radio. Good morning. You're welcome. Can you change your location so that we can have a better reception, please?
Are you hearing me clearer?
Yes, it's okay now.
I really thank that gentleman in the street as he come to ravage APC and finish them up. But that with God will not. You see, there is no any law of neither INEC or Constitution of Nigeria or democracy where a party will not be existing or an interim chairman will be used in winning elections. It is APC is a national registered party, constitutionally organized, and the state itself has party chairman before Congress was called. After Congress last. Then again, Ojus Okalo, a March senator of Abia, become chief whip of Nigeria through it. Then if that guy there talking, there is just an interim or anyhow. Assuming that the party has no state structure in the state. Well, we have BP Apokodem, who are the BOT chairman of the state, in the BOT chairman board. All of them, both Apokodem, all of them, they use that to win contest. Is the spokesperson.
Quickly wrap up your thoughts, please.
Then what I'm trying to tell the gentleman, as a system party, and we are, that the national will send and said those ones should be cancelled, making the existing structure illegal, and that we call legal. It's wrong. That is really wrong. That's just an open, even PDP people that is supporting, congratulating him know that they are wrong.
All right. Thank you for sharing your thoughts with us. Hello, good morning to you.
Good morning, Michael.
You're welcome. Good morning to you.
Yeah, this is Lawman, the prophet from world. Good morning, our guest in the house.
No, good morning, my brother. Thank you.
Yeah, this is Lawman, the prophet. I'm not so much happy. Though, congratulations to everybody that has got any post at all in APC. What we really need in Abia State is a formidable opposition, not quarreling. There is no way maybe this one fighting against it, this fighting against it will lead us to anywhere. Because at the end of the day, those people that lose out, you will see them standing up against the people that won. So the best you people can do, go back internally, try to resolve whatsoever that led to these two factions. Because with these two factions, if you're telling me there is new sheriff in the town, you can't get it until you come back together as one and become a formidable force. So go back internally, resolve your problem, become a strong, formidable opposition, so that at the end of the day, Abia will march forward. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Lawman the Prophet, for your contribution. Hello, good morning to you.
Hello, good morning, Mike.
You're welcome.
Good morning, your guest in the house.
Good morning. Good morning. Thank you.
And please, if you come to Abia State and know what is going on, right from 2019 and thereabouts, Ike has been, Chief Ike has been causing problems in the party. If you look at the way things are going. So why don't APC come together and make sure that the party will behave in high esteem? We don't have, I don't think APC have problem, but the only problem they have is this fashion here and there. Please, Mike, tell your guests in the house, let them put their house together, so that you can have a good opposition in this state. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you for sharing your thoughts with us. Hello. Good morning to you. Welcome to the platform. Hello.
Hello. Good morning.
You're welcome.
My name is Sterling Chiwandura.
All right. Go on with your thoughts, please. Hello. Okay, let's move on. Hello, good morning to you.
Yeah, good morning.
You're welcome.
Yeah, my name is Honorable Ikenna Anyalowechi.
You're welcome, Honorable.
A.k.a. Choppy Wowo. Congratulations, Honorable Hotel Zala.
Brother, thank you.
Mike, good morning.
Yes, good morning to you. Go on with your thoughts, please.
We in Abia State APC, today we are happy for what God has done in APC in Abia State, for bringing the people that matters in the party together. As regards to the just concluded state congresses, APC in Abia State this year, as required by the national headquarters, and I stand to tell you that the national headquarters, they are happy with the emergence of Honorable Enyemazi Harbor with its 8 schools, 27 private schools. I mean, in politics like this, I want to tell you something, Mike. Those people crying wolf, they are willers. They have put this party APC in Abia State to a very tight corner. Former this and former that. They commercialize the party. I'm sorry to use these words. APC in the daytime and the other party in the night.
I'll quickly wrap up a thought. Let's move on, please.
So, I can tell you authoritatively, the man you have there is the right authentic Congress elected publicity secretary of the party.
All right.
And Keke Menike is the leader of the party in the state.
All right, thank you for sharing your thoughts with us. We do appreciate you. On the SMS line, Ugonna says if we dedicate half the time we spend in discussing politics and in Abia, Nigeria, to security and economy, perhaps we wouldn't be where we are today. Until we change this course of trajectory, no meaningful progress would be made in our body policy and other aspects of our national life. That's coming from Ugonna. Thank you. This one says, I'm disappointed at what is happening in APC. PDP is congratulating an opposition party. The same opposition faction, according to the message here, the same gambling happened in Abga. Abians are watching. We will never forgive those prolonging our suffering days in Abia. Mr. Joy from Umar here. On the Facebook page, Chinedu Okafo says, good morning, Mike. APC in Abia is not organized to fill the gap of opposition. Please, the faction existing in the party should be fused together to build a strong opposition. Finally, APC should lobby to have the 2023 presidential ticket zoned to the southeast. Collins Obialo says, good morning, Mike. APC conducted a parallel congress, so the honorable in the studio should not misinform Abians. The only person we know is Chomen. Thanks. That's calling from Collins from Abba. Anyways, thank you very much. Those are the messages. Comrade Okeziala, thank you very much. We do appreciate you. Yes, quickly in 30 seconds because we have less than 2 minutes to step out of the studio.
All right, thank you. I just want to remind us that, you see, elections are conducted, won and lost by the results declared by the umpire. Going by the results from the umpire. So who is the umpire in the election in the Congress of APC? The umpire is NWC. Observed, who are the observers? INEC and police. So why don't we ask for the results of the Congress from the umpire and the observers? So I don't understand why some people also find themselves complicit in these issues and then turn around to blame others. So that does it. Then on the question of a PDP member congratulating somebody, you heard him he said he is not speaking on behalf of the party, that he is just someone with an individual and personal relationship with Enyin Nahabo. And then he attested to his character. Okay, so you must understand why people congratulate you. And politics is not a do or die affair. When men of integrity win elections, you congratulate them, even though you differ in political opinion. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for
But that is not to say we will not beat them hands down come 2023.
On the platform.
I can tell you, Abians are ready for a change.
The results on the field, we speak to that at the end of the day. Thank you very much, Comrade Okeziala, for joining us this morning on the platform. And many thanks to my producer, Samson Eze, and a new producer on board, Tayelolu Akinyoton. Thank you very much for joining us. And the guys behind the visuals on the Facebook page, Solomon and Stanley. And congratulations to the team, the platform team, bagging the award, nominated with the award of the radio program on democracy and development by the Africa Leadership Philanthropy Awards 2021. That will be given to the program, to the station on the 4th of November 2021 at the Nigeria National Merit Hall, Maitama. That's in Abuja, my Sun City, Africa. Thank you very much for joining us this morning on the platform. The program returns on Wednesday. My name is Michael Oni.